This is the luxury world. Get inspired with us today and tomorrow. Rolex watches are emblematic of luxury, accuracy, and status. However, choosing the right model can be overwhelming for prospective buyers. The appeal of authorized dealers and the charm of new timepieces require careful consideration during the selection process. While certain Rolex models are in high demand and tend to retain their value, others might not be as financially viable. This is not your typical Rolex video. In today's episode from Luxury World, we are exploring 6 Rolex models that could be more savvy purchases in the pre-owned market. That is right, they are pre-owned. We will also share tips on how to save a significant amount of money and possibly unearth some hidden gems. So, buckle up, Rolex enthusiasts, as we guide you on how to navigate the market like an expert. If you have not subscribed to our channel yet, we encourage you to do so to stay informed about our upcoming videos. As one of the most iconic and coveted watch brands, Rolex can be quite expensive, but that does not mean ownership is out of reach. Instead of heading directly to a Rolex dealer and paying the manufacturer's suggested retail price or even more, consider exploring pre-owned options or reputable online dealers. While you generally cannot buy a brand new Rolex online, some retailers with physical locations offer price transparency on their websites to assist you in your search. Gaining confidence in purchasing a pre-owned watch comes from being informed. The research phase can often be the most enjoyable part of the buying experience, which is a key element of the watch collecting hobby. The Submariner is an excellent watch, but it is not the fastest seller on the gray market. If you are purchasing from a dealer, expect to pay around £9,000, while the lowest global price we found is £8,600, which results in an immediate loss of £400. Generally, a brand new Submariner is priced around £9,000. Interestingly, Submariners have not been selling as well recently, despite being dependable sellers in the past. One particular model worth mentioning is the white gold Submariner. Although it offers substantial value for the money, it's currently underperforming in the market. Its beautiful white gold bracelet and striking blue bezel are appealing, but if you are considering flipping it, you likely will not see a profit. Nonetheless, from a gray market standpoint, it is a solid choice for those who want to avoid long waiting lists. We prefer the no-date version over the data model, but both are facing challenges in the current market. They may be regarded as more basic options, often seen as a stepping stone to higher-end models. The watch market is known for its fluctuations. Let us examine the Yacht Master 42 on Oyster Flex. This model retails for £27,800, but we found it online for as low as £24,000, highlighting a notable price difference. If we were to purchase it brand new in 2024, this is likely where you would face the largest depreciation. We estimate that you could end up paying around £20,000 if buying from an authorized dealer, which represents a significant loss. However, if you are ready to buy and are not on a waiting list, you might find it for £3,000 to £4,000 less than in retail, making it a worthwhile option from the gray market. While it is a nice watch, purchasing through an authorized dealer may not be the best route. If you love it, go for it. We also find the rose gold Yacht Master 40 and the yellow 42 quite appealing. The Yacht Master 40, especially the rhodium version, can be a bit tricky because it does not sell as quickly as one might expect. With a retail price of £10,500, the lowest price you will find is around £11,800. For this discussion, we are considering these watches as brand new 2024 models straight from the authorized dealer. Even though the cheapest gray market option is £11,800, buying it brand new in 2024 changes the perspective. Many people appreciate this watch, and historically, it has performed well, often even better than the blue dial version. At its peak, it sold for about £15,000 to £16,000. Currently, however, there seems to be a glut of these watches on the market, driving prices down. From a business perspective, we would not want to pay more than £10,000 for it at this time since it is not moving well. Buying at that price would mean taking an immediate £500 loss, so flipping it might not be profitable. However, if this is your first purchase from an authorized dealer, it could still be a smart move. It helps establish a relationship with the dealer, potentially putting you on the list for future models, which might allow you to profit later and offset any loss from your initial investment. Next up is one of the most popular models from the GMT collection, the Root Beer. Many enthusiasts admire the understated combination of rose gold and steel. However, like the Submariners, they appear to be experiencing a downturn in demand at the moment. Both the Root Bear and the full rose gold versions are facing challenges within the GMT lineup. With models like the Bruce Wayne and the Pepsi Jubilee capturing most of the spotlight, the Root Bear option seems to be overlooked by many buyers. Furthermore, its higher retail price compared to the steel variants may also deter potential purchasers. Next, we have the Day Date in yellow gold with a silver dial. This model retails for £35,200, while the lowest price we found on the gray market is around £30,695. It is a fantastic watch, but it may not be the best choice for flipping. If it had a flat green dial, its appeal would be entirely different. Right now, we would not want to pay more than £28,000 to £29,000 for it, which would entail a considerable loss. However, given that it is made of 18-karat yellow gold, you're getting significant value for your money. If you plan to wear this watch for the long term, then definitely go for it and enjoy it. We are glad to hear you love that yellow gold Day Date. It is undoubtedly a remarkable timepiece. The dial does not seem to deter buyers either, but it does sell slowly. With an 18-karat yellow gold watch, the recent 4% price increase has made a significant difference, potentially causing some buyers to hesitate. People might be wondering, should I even consider it? And when the price goes up, they often decide against it. Also, we have the Dayjust 36 with a champagne dial, a bimetal case, and diamond hour markers. This model retails for £13,300, but the lowest we found in the gray market is around £14,100. Although this is not typically the most popular piece, it has suffered a lot from the recent Rolex price hikes. The Dayjust 36 has a retail price significantly higher than many sports models, which makes it less appealing, especially when buyers can get better value elsewhere. If you love this watch, though, you will buy it regardless. From our perspective, we do not see many of this specific configuration, and we would not want to pay more than £11,000 to £11,500 for it right now because it does not move quickly. We noticed a similar trend with the Blue Sky Dweller, which suddenly reached a certain price point and began selling again. Perhaps the Submariners are currently in a lull, anticipating a resurgence in demand. If we had the opportunity to acquire a Submariner, we would gladly take it, as it is an exceptional watch. Another model we appreciate, though it may not be the best investment, is the Rolex Dayjust. It has a retail price of £14,750, but the lowest price we found on the gray market is £15,700. What would you consider a fair price for this watch? Likely around the list price, as there is not much margin available at the moment. We have highlighted 6 watches that we would not suggest purchasing from an authorized dealer if you are aiming for profit. It is possible that the specific watch you want may not be available if it has been discontinued. The market for pre-owned watches generally offers more stability and reliability. Our recommendation for new enthusiasts is to avoid getting swept up in the hype. Choosing pre-owned models, whether they are readily available or discontinued, is the most prudent strategy. Is there anything else you believe stands out as a pool buy from Rolex at the moment? Additionally, what are your thoughts on the future of the watch market? Are we looking at consistent growth, or are we potentially facing a bubble that could burst? What do you envision for the future of the watch market? We would love to hear your thoughts, so please leave a comment and give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video and the topic we covered. Do not forget to subscribe to our channel for future updates and more content. Thank you for joining us at Luxury World, and we look forward to seeing you in our upcoming videos.